Okay, so we've got to deal with the central volcanic crater. This is going to be fun. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go to water, and I'm going to reset the water. Well, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to sea level, and I'm going to set the sea level to 0. Then I'm going to reset the water to sea level to get rid of all of the water, which is kind of what we want. There we go. Cool. And let's pause that. So my water spawners are going to be churning out water again fairly soon. But I want to be able to see like the sea bed. Right. right. Let's get some stuff done. Alrighty, so we've kind of got the start of what I want. And I think I'm going to leave the edges on this kind of raw for now, and we'll kind of see how these ones work out before I go and do those. So now we need to do kind of the inner piece, and because I've kept the sides intact and at the same level, that's going to make this a hell of a lot easier. Right, so how the hell are we going to do this? Well, we're going to do it like this. We're going to take the level tool. We're going to take the sharp circle, and we're going to drop it down to probably about that kind of size. Yeah. Then we're going to take a level at, like, let's see. I think we'll go down to 300. Yeah, let's go down to about 300. So I just want to get kind of as close to the edge as I can without actually breaching the edge. And I think that's probably I think that's probably about it. Yep. I would say that is about it. Okay, cool. So I think at this point we can I'm just wondering about doing a bit with the knobby tool. Yeah, that's better. That's better. We're getting there, guys. We are actually getting there. This, you know, this could look all right when it's done. This could just look all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase the brush size a little bit. And I'm going to try and do this kind of in one go. So, let's see. Yeah, brush strength 10, smooth. So it's just going to be just a quick, like that. On all sides. Right. How has that worked? Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. Very cool. Right. Shall we check out the water? Or shall I put the islands in first and then we'll sort the water out later? Yeah, let's put the islands in. Let's put the islands in. Now, what the hell am I going to do for the islands? Well, you remember that design that I was talking about using? Well, see, when I saw this, I thought, oh, that is perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Because all I need to do is make this big enough, right? And then that's it. The problem is, that's as big as you can go, and that isn't big enough. I want something that's slightly bigger than that. And then I thought, well, I'm screwed. Okay, so I've been playing around with these different patterns and whatever, and they just don't work. I just can't make it work to do what I want. I mean, the center island. If I want to do the center island, I could do the center island. That's not a problem. If I do the center island, like, how big? Like that big, right? And then I could probably figure out how to do the next ring. If I start there and then make this bigger. Like, if I put that in, is that in the right place? I don't think it is. I don't think that's in the right place. Let's try that again. How about there? Oh, that's about right. That's about in the right place. The problem is, how do I get the outer ring? Because I kind of wanted 3 rings. And I don't know, is the kind of the real answer. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, if I could have used this, it would have been make life so damn easy. Like, maybe I should have done this bit first, like before I did the outer bit, but that's not going to work. But there is another way I can do this. Let's forget about the brushes. We could do it using the good old roads. Oh, it's just occurred to me, I can use some of those futuristic bridges. That could look pretty cool. All right. Well, she's pretty much there. There's one or two little holes that we need to take care of. We'll do a tiny bit of touching up. Now, you're probably saying to yourselves, or some of you will be saying to yourselves, why are you faffing around? Because, like, you've got the terrain tools in game, so you, like, if there's anything wrong, you can fix it. Yeah, but I kind of want to get it, like, pretty much bang on for anybody who maybe doesn't have the terrain tools or doesn't feel comfortable about using the terrain tools in game or whatever. So, should we put some water in? Let's put some water in, because this is going to be the fun bit. So, how are we going to do this? Like that. And then I'm thinking we'll probably have some more in, but for now, I think that'll do. So, shall we turn the water on and kind of see what happens? Because I want to see what happens to the water flow. Because I'm thinking we're going to maybe need some extra water spawners over here to get a good enough flow going out this way. That's what I'm thinking. But you know what? Let's turn the damn thing on and see what happens. Then what I'm going to do, where I want falls, I'm just going to take this down just like a little bit. Probably, I'll probably just use maybe the softening tool or something just to take down a little bit where I want a waterfall coming down. And I've got some kind of ideas about like how I'm going to do the falls. I might do some 2 and 3 tier waterfalls coming down. Oh, she's filling up. She's filling up. Here comes the water coming from this side. And now we've got the water spilling over here. Here we go. Now, obviously, I was going to say, obviously, we don't want water spilling into here. On this side. But I don't know about that. We might have some kind of canal system. I don't know. We're gonna have to see about that. The water's coming down the falls kinda nicely. I'm very pleased with how the falls has turned out. But that is not bad. That is the effect that I wanted. The only problem is that this is getting flooded at the moment. Oh, no, it's not. It was, but now the water's settled down. There we go. Oh, can you imagine when we've got some nice futuristic buildings on here? Oh, that's going to be quite cool, isn't it? Oh, I think there's potential here, guys. I think there is potential. Now, some of you might be saying, oh, you should have centered that up better. But I actually wanted like this to be really geometric, but the crater to maybe not be. And I'm still thinking that I may play around with the crater and maybe like take it out on one side. So there's a bit of an irregular bulge or something. Don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll kind of see. You know what? Let's let it fill in, and we'll kind of see what it looks like when the water's reached a level. Okay, so there she is. She's full. And let's check out our currents and see how things look. So we have got pretty nice strength of water coming out here. And we've definitely got positive flow. It's a little bit slow in places, but certainly a nice strong flow coming out of here, which is great. Now I've added in a couple of extra water spawners over here while it was filling up, which if I go to water, in fact I've put 3 additional water spawners there and there. I'm gonna have to test this a bit more, I think. Maybe we have it going off in 2 places, and that way it'll be a more direct flow. So instead of trying to go directly across the map corner to corner, maybe we have flow from this corner and this corner, and we take this off over here. It's kind of what I'm thinking. But so this is why you have to like test these maps and play around with them and see what works and what doesn't work. But I think we're going to kind of leave it there for now. I love where we're up to so far. Oh, I mean, when this has got some futuristic buildings on it, oh, this could look just awesome. Obviously, we want to stop the flooding on this side, and I don't know. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. We're definitely going to have some nice falls going on in certain places. It's not going to be all over as it is now. Although I got to say, like it's not like round here where you've just got like I mean that is. I don't think I'm going to touch that bit. I love that. That is like. That is pretty beautiful. I mean, that's just kind of naturally how it's fallen, and that is awesome. Okay. All right. Well, enough looking at it, I guess. In the next episode, I'll be putting in the outer islands, and big question, like, how do we do the outer islands? Having looked at this. Like, part of me says, oh, you know what? This is a colonization by an alien race, and we should have duplicates of this, like, around it. But another part of me says, nah, you know, that's the central part, and we'll just have, like, regular islands outside it. Oh, so many options, so many possibilities. I think you're going to come back for the next one. I'll see you then. Peace out.